Another amazing article for the history books, posted by realrawnews.com, May 5th, 2023. Rochelle Walensky arrested. The United States Special Forces on Thursday arrested the criminal Rochelle Walensky after she returned to the U.S. from Brussels, from where she had been remotely running the Centers for Disease Control, or CDC, since late 2022, when she hightailed it out of the U.S. upon learning that the White Hat partition of the military had indicted her for treason. A source in General Smith's office told Real Raw News that Special Forces grabbed a startled Walensky in a parking lot at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Thanks to U.S. Army Cyber Command intelligence reports, the General's office had known for a week that Walensky was planning to meet a 27-year-old Brazilian-American man with whom she had been having affairs since at least 2019. Walensky, 54, had been married to Dr. Lauren D. Walensky, 55, since 1995. They have 3 children. Marital vows, however, didn't stop Walensky's lust for adulterous attention. AR Cyber had intercepted electronic and voice correspondence between Walensky and 3 lascivious suitors. When General Smith read an email of hers saying she longed to be in the guy's arms and would visit the U.S. on the 4th of May, he thought the news too good to be true. Capturing Walensky would seal the deal on a trifecta of COVID criminals: Anthony Fauci, Francis Collins, and now Walensky. She had kindly included her entire itinerary in the email. General Smith and 5th Special Forces Group Commander Brent Lindemann, arguably the most incisive officers in the U.S. military, coordinated the mission, our source said. Fortunately, Walensky had unknowingly had a hand in her soon-to-be captivity. The general had pictures of Walensky's lover and the make, model, and color of the vehicle he'd been driving to pick her up. Incidentally, based on wiretaps on her family's home in Atlanta, she had not informed her husband of her imminent arrival. Her sojourn was of a purely personal nature to see her lover. 3 days in Atlanta, then back to Brussels, or so she thought. Special Forces in plain clothes, had eyes on her the moment she left the terminal. They tailed her as she casually wheeled a single suitcase across the pavement to a congested parking lot where her Bose Mercedes sat waiting. She was oblivious to her tail, and she could not see through tinted windows that a passenger in the car was holding a silencer-equipped Glock 19 to her boyfriend's head and instructed him how to respond to her text. Special Forces had shadowed the boyfriend from his home to the airport and moved on him once he had parked, 30 minutes ahead of the flight's 8:40 p.m. arrival time. He was stunned, but cooperative, our source said. They told him that they were there for Walensky, not him, and applied the necessary pressure to get him to comply. She was expecting the guy to get out and give her a big hug, but what she got was grappled and shoved into the rear seat of another soldier, pressing the barrel of his sidearm to her temple. The disgraced CDC director, he added, was taken to a processing center and she will soon be sent to Camp Blaze for a military tribunal. The boyfriend, whose name the military is withholding, couldn't travel overseas because he is on a federal no-fly list for reasons currently unknown. Our source said that the boyfriend would be detained until further notice. This is part 1 of 3 on the arrest and trial of Rochelle Walensky, director of the CDC, for treason.